Greed is good, and Nvidia is really, really greedy. It's on a stairway to heaven, and it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. This is incredible because Nvidia is up 1,400% in the last 5 years. Additionally, it's now worth $4 trillion. Wowzers. And there's reasons why it could keep going higher. Notably, they're an algorithm company. Whoa, Gen Sanity is here. There's also big advances happening with networking, and additionally, autonomous vehicles are having their ChatGPT moment. Whoa, ChatGPT, wait, did that make a lot of money? Yes, it did. Here's what's really notable. People are looking for it to go higher. China wants more, right? They won 100,000 chips and they're banned. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Here's our levels for today, and I'll give you the update in a moment. But first, a little bit of Gen Sanity, because as we look here, Jensen Huang hits $4 trillion, and the market, the stock notches another milestone. What's so interesting about this is that I've been thinking about this for the last couple of months, and I mentioned it before. I recently sold my Nvidia, and I have no problem with that. I'm impressed it's at $4 trillion. And Jensen, you did it, buddy. The lines are going up. This is why I think it could go substantially higher, and why it could be 1995, 96, 97, 98, or 99. Who knows the name Nvidia? If you ask a random person and you ask them, do you know what Nvidia is? If you ask them, do you know what Apple is? They know what Apple is. They know what Google is. They know what Amazon is. They do not generally know what Nvidia is. So as I'm thinking about this, I'm asking myself this one question. Time to get fully invested. I got to buy more on margin. I have to go tell everybody to buy. How can they tell everyone to buy and they've heard it if there's thrill? If people have not heard about it, trust me, everyone asked about Bitcoin. Everyone asked about these meme stocks. No one's really asking about Nvidia beyond people who are stock market aware. So I think we're still on this side right here. And as long as we remain in blue sky territory, extreme greed's good, right? Let's get into greed, because greed is good. Let's squeeze these bears. And this is the reason why greed is good. Let's have a look. All right, back up to the top. Here's the show for today. So we had some data out this morning. It was the 10-year auction and the FOMC meeting. Here was a takeaway. There was supposed to be a quad meeting this week. I'm not sure if it happened. Didn't see any headlines. We had a 10-year auction, FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m., and then the 90-day extension. So what was the reaction? Mega up to what was potentially all bearish news. We climbed the wall of worry. China wants those chips, and we can see that. So additionally, buy the hype, buy the news. Okay, buy the hype, buy the news. Why? Well, because there's nothing to worry about. We're now scratching out the note for today. We're going back to bullish, cautiously bullish on the 1 day. If we can print another daily higher low, back to fully bully boomtown on every single time frame. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual, every time frame. And Nvidia is a leader, so it's leading. So if leaders lead, our followers going to follow? Hey, let's find out. It's not that hard. We just look at charts. They're just lines. So if we have a look here, what does this mean? Pink means pivot. Pivot is the previous all-time high. We're above it. Record highs. Look at all those hollow candles. Nice little expansion there. Whoa. That's right. And treasury bulls unwind big bets as strong data pushes yields up. Oh my goodness, Jerome, right? Can't you see yourself out to the door soon enough? Powell's successor may struggle to deliver the rate cuts that Trump wants. So this chart right here is really important to me. It's the 10-year auction. So 10-year note. With the auction today, this is what I want to see. I want to see the W that fizzles, to lose the 50 MA, to lose the 200 MA. That's not happening. It's really stubborn here. The W started, but it's not doing anything. It's been stuck here for, I don't know, like what, the better part of a year? On the monthly chart, even worse, right? Look at that pivot. This is the video where I said this is very scary. And it is really scary because we've not seen this before. I've never lived through this before. A secularly rising interest rate environment. This looks like a big old pot and handle too. A cup and handle, pot and handle. Well, that's a problem for tomorrow, because right now, buy the dip. That's the retail mentality. FOMO is characterizing the market. MOMO and FOMO, which means momentum and FOMO. So what is it? It's a stonk market, baby. Let's get those stonks, right? Every kind of stonk, every shade. Ethereum, Wall Street, Pollet, whatever. If you can't spell, no problem. Just buy some stonks, make some money. Look at this one here. Nice little cool shades here from Sam Altman too. So what's he basically telling us? Well, exactly what Broccoli Man says. Buy the dip. If we're in blue sky territories, right, let's be like Neo. Let's put the sunglasses on. Let's make some money. So here's what's so curious. Have a look at this chart right here. Which one is this? It's the SPY 1 week chart. What I'm highlighting here is an engulfing pattern. And I'm going to ask you for a huge favor. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you ahead of time. What we're noting here is a bullish engulfing candle and then higher lows. We have 3 hollow candles. Now look a little bit closer because the detective here tells us that, whoa, this is SPY 1 day chart. Yes, it is. What do we have? Bullish engulfing 1 day. And then as we went higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, no one believed it, but I did. Why? I got a recipe. I like heaven. That's what I call the blue skies. Why? What's above here? Oh, it's blue skies. H for heaven. Thank you, Nvidia. It dragged QQQ. It dragged the S&P to all-time highs. So let's keep marching and marching and marching. Pop flag, pop flag, pop flag. It's only, another 25% to go to the 5 trillion. Who's going to make it there first? Is Microsoft going to come in? Is it going to be Apple? Who's it going to be? But anyways, let's go back to here. Daily chart. Yes, the daily chart after the bullish engulfing formed 8 higher lows consecutively. And then we went higher anyway. We formed a 1 day lower low right back to being up. So cautiously bearish was the right note. Now we're cautiously bullish. But if you have been following the ideas that I've been sharing, or if you're looking at your account, it's starting to get pretty easy, right? Yeah, that's because we're in the easy part of the trade, which is all-time highs. So hard pennies are gone. As long as we remain in blue skies, we're in fully bully boomtown. That's it. The notes are done. So remember, green means good. So as long as we remain in the weekly green dot, which is what I'm showing you right here, right? Let me just go back to it. It's right here. It's green. Green means good. It's like a green light. Cautiously bearish, cautiously bullish. Okay. So what does that mean? If we're getting a weekly green dot going forward, which will only get updated at the close of the week, we would only get a warning, not even confirmation. What's the first thing we need? We have to go cautiously bearish on the weekly. That is 1 times lower low. It's the same thing that happened on the 1 day chart. And then it can flip right back. So if all we do is look at the weekly node, and I don't even have to make a really long video. This is what I want to show you. It's literally this simple for me now. I've tried to develop my own algorithm because I'm not Jensen Huang, but man, I want to make some money. So here's what I did. I just do this. I can just show you this. If every day I just scratch the one out that's from yesterday, there you go. Cautiously bullish. Needs confirmation. Otherwise, bullish, 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 bullish. Come back and check on the 11th for this one. And then on the 18th. So the earliest that we could have bearish confirmation or 4 out of 4 bear would be next Friday. Man, it's summer. Let's enjoy the summer. Who cares what happens today, tomorrow, the 11th, the 14th? I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all. I'm just saying if we're looking for true bearish confirmation, according to my formula, I would need to see it until at least Friday to get a warning. That's how we would go cautiously red like we just were here. Right? I'll take it back here. Here we go. We would go cautiously bearish on the weekly. But until then, man, buy the dip. All right, grab your chips. I'm making jokes because this is the easy part. Walk away, come back with more Benjamins in your account at the end of the day. Isn't that great? Yes, and unloved stocks, some junky ones, maybe even hot garbage, they're going up really fast. Whoa. So bad news won't make stonks go down, but good news makes them move up. That's right. So send it, right? I love this one, right? Yeah, get your socks ripped right off there. There you go. And this is Lula and Modi signed several agreements and announced they're in a big engagement for South American trade bloc Mercosur. Oh, my goodness. And then Elon's got himself a little bit of a kerfuffle here. A CEO is stepping down. I will leave it there. Honest making some spray on shoes, which look pretty cool. And Mike Wilson's bullish. There's more tailwinds ahead. Nice. And here's something I didn't even really think about, but come on, everyone thought about this. AI might be what's needed to counteract the increase for the tariff. So what does that mean? Mark it up, send it. Stonks are going to go up. So that's the video for today. It's fairly simple. Making a couple of jokes, but again, we don't have very much data here. So cross it out, cross it out. For tomorrow, what do we have? 8:30 a.m. We have initial jobless claim and then a 30-year auction. I think it's going to be a pretty smooth sailing from here. I'm cautiously optimistic as long as we close this 1 week out and this doesn't flip bullish. All right, that's it for today's video. So if you want to tune in and see me put on some live trades, I'm going to do those on Friday. You can subscribe to the channel and come hang out with me tomorrow. Thanks so much.